So to start off with, what can you take from last week that has helped you prepare for this week?
We got to continue to work on the minor mental mistakes and make sure that we know our assignments and that we have consistency both offensively and defensively.
Have you made any changes offensively or defensively preparing for Buff?
Just what we would normally make adjustment-wise during the season when we have a new opponent. It's just we look at what the other team does, how do we match up, and what do we need to, how can we adjust to give us the best possible chance to win.
So going into a game like this, what are you telling your players? Because this is a little bigger opponent than Benton Central, and you could also see them come sectional time.
We've just focused on the fact that this is a sound team that we're going to be playing. Their assignments are sound. They know what they're doing. They're a bigger team and a faster team than we saw in Benton Central. So, we're trying to make sure the kids are focused on that and that we're ready to move on and prepare just like we would on a normal week. We had our win, we get our night of celebration, and we move on and we're getting ready for the next one.
What are you trying to do to stop their running game? Because that's obviously their best aspect.
We focused the week on tackling, making sure that we're in the right position to tackle, make sure that we understand how to work with, whether it's inside or outside help, so that we can get, two guys to the ball at least, just to keep him reined in.
Offensively, how do you plan on beating them? Do they run the same kind of defensive scheme as what Benton Central did? Do they run more of what you guys run?
They run a 3-5 look, so it's an odd front again. Little different than what Benton Central ran. So we'll be looking. There'll be some similarities, but there are some differences. They play of their 3 inside backers that they'll play in the 3-5. 2 of them play really tight, so we have to adjust for that. But we've been working on it all week, and it's just again part of our adjustments.
So you said that the season is a process. Where is this along the way in the process?
We want to build on success that we had in week 1, but at the same time, we also have to work to correct any mistakes we had in week 1. And as the season progresses, we want the mistakes that we have to fix to be fewer and fewer, and just move on from there.
So offensively, for them, they're running back, key player for them. Defensively, who's key for them that you're going to have to look to make sure they stay away from your ball carriers?
We're going to have to do a good job, blocking at the line of scrimmage. The linemen that we're going to see this week are bigger than we saw last week and faster. Their Mike linebacker, he's a pretty good player. Their defense is set up for him to make lots of plays. So, we try to set up our blocking so that we can make sure that we get the line blocked and we make sure he's accounted for.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add to prepare?
I think we're good right now.
All right.
I hope. Find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Watch out for these strings. They're getting ready to strike the track.
Excited for that?
Yeah.